Welcome to Language Swap, everyone, a fun way to learn English. We are so excited to have you join us today.
Okay, real quick before we even start. Sally, what time did you wake up today?
Don't go there, Alex.
I'm just asking a normal question.
It was 11. I woke up at 11, Alex. Are you happy now?
11 on a recording day.
I was up until 3 doing research for this exact episode, so technically this is your fault.
What? How is that my fault?
You picked the topic. I had to read 4 different studies about sleep just to survive this conversation with you.
That's dedication or possibly a cry for help. I genuinely can't tell which.
Probably both. Honestly, there's a version of me that loves this job and a version that just wants 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep, and they're constantly fighting.
Sounds like a genuine podcast topic for another day, honestly.
Don't tempt me. I will absolutely turn this into a full 3-part series complete with charts, graphs, footnotes, and probably a guest sleep doctor too.
Okay, hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm Alex. This is my wonderful co-host, Sally, and today we're talking about something every single one of us does, but almost nobody talks about well in English, the daily routine.
And before anyone says boring topic, it's not. This is the vocabulary you actually need every day, not some fancy word you'll use once in a job interview. This is what did you do today kind of vocabulary.
Exactly. And I want to start with something I'm almost embarrassed to admit on a podcast about good habits.
Oh, here we go.
I hit the snooze button 6 times this morning.
6?
6, and here's the thing. I looked it up because I wanted to feel better about myself, and it turns out over half of all sleep sessions in a recent global study ended with someone hitting snooze at least once.
Okay, that does make me feel slightly better about you as a human being.
The average is 2.4 snoozes per morning. I beat the average by triple.
That is not a stat to be proud of, Alex.
I didn't say I was proud. I said I looked it up. There's a difference.
There really isn't, but go on. Okay, let's actually teach something, because that's what people came here for. First distinction, and this trips up so many learners, waking up and getting up are not the same thing.
Explain, because honestly, I never thought about this until you brought it up in the group chat last week.
Waking up is just your eyes opening, your brain going, oh no, it's morning. Getting up is the actual moment your feet hit the floor and you stand.
So I wake up at 6, and then I lie there scrolling my phone, and I don't actually get up until 6:40.
That gap, that's the danger zone. That's where the snooze button lives.
The danger zone. I like that. We should trademark it.
We are not trademarking anything. We don't even own this microphone.
Yeah, you're right. But maybe yet.
Moving on, after you finally get up, you go through your hygiene routine. In English, we don't say I clean myself, that sounds like a robot. We use specific verbs instead. Shave, brush your teeth, take a shower.
Quick question, because I genuinely don't know the answer. Is there a difference between take a shower and have a shower?
Not really. Take a shower is more American. Have a shower is more British. Both are totally correct. It just depends where you learned your English.
See, I learn things on my own show. After that, you get dressed, which just means putting your clothes on. Sounds simple, but learners often say, I put my clothes and forget the little word that comes after.
Good catch. Put on needs that little word or it sounds incomplete.
And then comes breakfast, and Sally, I need to explain to the people what I eat every single morning, because it's become a whole personality trait, apparently.
Go for it. I want them to hear this.
Oatmeal, black coffee, same exact thing, every single day for 2 years.
2 years.
I'm a creature of habit. That's our first idiom, by the way. A creature of habit means someone who does the exact same routine constantly and basically panics if you change it.
I tried to bring him a different brand of coffee once as a gift. He looked at me like I had insulted his entire family lineage.
It was a betrayal, and you know it. That coffee tasted like sadness.
It was a totally normal coffee, Alex.
It was sadness in a bag anyway. What about you? You're not exactly Miss Spontaneous either.
Actually, I'm the opposite. Some days it's eggs, some days it's just a smoothie I drink on the go.
On the go, meaning doing something while you're moving instead of sitting down. I had breakfast on the go basically means you ate while walking, which sounds slightly dangerous with a smoothie, if we're honest.
It's a skill I've developed over years of being late.
That tracks. You're always 5 minutes behind schedule.
That tracks. Nice use of today's bonus phrase. It means something makes sense, fits the pattern. She's always late. That tracks.
Now let's talk commute, because I found a number this week that genuinely shocked me.
Go on, hit me.
The average American commute right now is 27.6 minutes one way.
Okay, that doesn't sound insane to me.
Here's the part that got me. Add that up over a year, and it's more than 330 hours just commuting, not working, not living, just sitting in transit.
Wait, say that again?
330 hours, that's almost 2 full weeks of your entire year. Every single year spent getting from home to work and back.
That's genuinely depressing, Alex. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. I bring the joy and the existential dread. It's a package deal.
Okay, vocabulary time. If you take a bus or a train, you catch it. I have to catch the 7:30 train. Miss it, and you're stuck waiting for the next one.
And if you drive instead, you deal with rush hour, the time of day when traffic is at its absolute worst, usually morning and evening when everyone's heading to or from work at the same time.
And if you're really unlucky, you end up stuck in traffic, which means you're trapped, not moving, slowly losing your mind behind a steering wheel.
I genuinely think being stuck in traffic should count as a form of meditation, forced stillness, mandatory patience training.
That's a stretch, Alex, but I respect the optimism.
I respect myself for trying.
When you finally get to the office, you start your workday, and most people tackle their to-do list right away.
Tackle makes it sound like football, like you're physically hitting your inbox.
Honestly, some mornings it does feel like that email's coming at you from every direction.
And then the absolute best part of any workday, the lunch break.
You lost me for a second there. I genuinely thought you were about to say something useful for once.
Lunch is useful. It's when you grab a bite to eat and recharge your entire system. Grab a bite just means eat something quick and casual.
Back me up here. Everyone listening agrees lunch is the best meeting of the day, no contest.
100%. No notes. Strongest opinion either of us has ever had.
Okay, but here's where we actually disagree, and I think it's worth airing out. After lunch, around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, there's that brutal energy crash. What do you do about it?
Coffee. Obviously second cup of the day. No question.
See, I think that's a mistake, and I'll explain why. If you have caffeine too late in the afternoon, it messes with your sleep that night, and then you're tired the next afternoon, and you reach for coffee again. It's a cycle.
Okay, but counterpoint, I would rather be slightly tired tonight than completely useless right now. I have emails to answer. I'm not going to power through on willpower alone.
Power through. Good phrase, by the way. It means forcing yourself to keep going even when you're exhausted or struggling.
Thank you. I contribute occasionally. Anyway, what's your alternative? Just suffer.
No, I take a short walk. Even 5 minutes outside resets my brain better than caffeine does. I read that natural light exposure in the afternoon helps regulate your circadian rhythm.
That sounds like something a wellness influencer would say right before selling me a supplement.
It's just basic biology, Alex. I'm not selling you anything.
Not yet.
We are not doing a spin-off where I sell supplements.
I would watch that show.
I know you would. That's the problem. Anyway, here's a phrase for the afternoon slump, to hit a wall. It means you suddenly run out of energy or motivation. I hit a wall around 3 p.m. every single day.
I hit a wall around 3 p.m. and then I hit the coffee machine immediately after.
That's not how the idiom works, but I respect the commitment to the bit.
One more thing on routines that I think we have to mention: dinner. Because how people actually eat dinner has changed so much.
Oh, this is a good one. Go ahead.
So I found a stat that genuinely surprised me. Only about 1 in 4 families eat dinner completely free of phones and screens.
1 in 4. So 3 out of 4 dinners have somebody scrolling or watching something at the table.
Exactly. We've basically replaced family dinner with 4 people eating in the same room alone, together.
Alone? Together? That's oddly poetic for you.
I have my moments.
I'll be honest, I'm guilty of this. I eat dinner in front of the TV almost every night.
Same. No judgment here, though. The phrase for that is eating in front of the TV. Pretty literal one. No tricks.
Sometimes the simple phrases are the best ones. Not everything needs to be an idiom.
True, but it's less fun to teach eating in front of the TV for 10 minutes.
Fair point. Let's give the people something more colorful. If a meal is super relaxed and informal, you can say you're having a low-key dinner. Low-key means casual, no big production.
Low-key is honestly one of my favorite words in English. It works for almost anything. A low-key party, a low-key outfit, a low-key disaster.
A low-key disaster is just a disaster with better PR.
That's going on a shirt. Okay, here's something I want to bring up, because I think it's honestly the most chaotic part of everyone's daily routine, and nobody wants to admit it. The phone scroll.
Oh, here we go.
You sit down for what you think is going to be a quick check of your phone, and somehow 45 minutes later you're watching a video about a man building a house entirely out of bread.
This happened to you. This is a real story, isn't it?
This is a real story. I learned things about bread architecture I did not ask to learn.
We actually covered this exact trap back in our social media episode, if anyone wants the deeper dive. But the vocabulary point here is simple. That's called doom scrolling, or more generally, getting sucked into your phone.
Sucked into like a vacuum just pulling you in against your will.
Exactly. That feeling, I got sucked into my phone and lost an entire hour.
Painfully accurate. I have lost actual years of my life to bread architecture content.
It was one video, Alex.
It was a lifestyle, Sally.
Anyway, the fix allegedly is putting your phone in another room while you work. I've tried it. It works embarrassingly well.
I tried that once and just stared at the wall instead. Same result, less bread content.
That's genuinely progress for you.
I'll take it.
Okay, afternoon and evening, when work officially ends, Americans usually say they clock out, while the British might say they knock off.
Knock off at 5. I genuinely love that phrase. It sounds like you're punching the workday in the face and walking away victorious.
That is absolutely not what it means. But sure, keep that energy. After work comes chores, and nobody, anywhere on this entire planet enjoys chores.
This is where English gets weirdly specific, too. You do the laundry, you do the dishes, but somehow you make the bed?
Why is it do for 2 of them and suddenly make for the third one? Who decided this?
No idea. English makes 0 sense sometimes. You don't make laundry. That sounds like you're inventing a brand new fabric from scratch.
Just memorize them as little phrase chunks. Don't try to find logic in English collocations. You will absolutely lose your mind trying.
After the chores are finally done, you get to wind down, relaxing slowly after a long day of being a functioning adult.
It's the opposite of being wound up or stressed out. People wind down by cooking dinner, having a glass of wine, or just lounging on the couch doing absolutely nothing.
Lounging on the couch, lying there in the most lazy position physically achievable by a human body. I am frankly an Olympic-level lounger.
That is genuinely the one Olympic event you would actually medal in.
Rude. Accurate, but rude.
Actually, hold on. Before we get to sleep, I want to bring up something. Because weekday routines and weekend routines are basically 2 completely different people.
Oh, absolutely. Weekday Alex sets an alarm, panics, hits snooze 6 times, Weekend Alex does not own an alarm clock. Weekend Alex does not believe in time.
Weekend Alex is a mystery wrapped in a blanket.
Accurately described. What about you?
I'm actually the same on both, which I know makes me sound boring, but I genuinely like having a routine. It's not a have to, it's a want to.
Have to versus want to? Good distinction. One is an obligation, the other is a choice you're actually happy about.
Right? And look, plenty of people sleep in on weekends, which just means waking up later than usual on purpose.
Sleeping in. I love that phrase. It sounds so innocent, like you're just gently floating in extra sleep.
It's the best feeling in the world, honestly, and there's actually research on this. People who keep a consistent wake-up time, even on weekends, report better mood and energy overall than people who swing wildly between a 6 a.m. weekday and an 11 a.m. weekend.
So you're telling me my weekend chaos is actively hurting me?
I'm telling you, the science says so, yes.
The science can mind its own business.
The science is just trying to help you, Alex.
The science woke me up at 6 a.m. for 2 years. We're not friends.
And then finally sleep. Native speakers love a dramatic way to say go to bed, like hit the sack or hit the hay.
And if you're lucky, you sleep like a log, meaning deeply, peacefully, no waking up in the middle of the night.
Speaking of sleep, let's circle back to your 6 snoozes this morning.
We are absolutely not bringing that back up.
Oh, we are bringing it back up at the end of the show. Don't you worry.
I should never have admitted that on the record. All right, before we get to the word tour, I actually want to bring up something real for a second. Last week, one of our listeners messaged us saying this podcast is the only English practice they get all week.
That genuinely got me. We say thank you a lot on this show, but I mean it every time. People are choosing to spend their commute or their lunch break or whatever 10 minutes they have listening to 2 people argue about laundry verbs.
When you put it that way, it sounds slightly less impressive.
It's extremely impressive. That's my point. People have full lives, full schedules, full inboxes, and they still carve out a slot for us. That's not nothing.
We don't say this enough, but making time for a new language inside an already packed daily routine is genuinely hard. You're tired, you're busy, you've got chores and commutes and your own version of my snooze problem.
And yet, you showed up anyway today for this. That matters more than people think. Even if it's just one episode squeezed into a busy week.
It really does. So however you found us, an algorithm, a friend, pure accident at 2 in the morning, we're glad you're here.
Truly. Okay, enough sincerity before we both get emotional about laundry vocabulary.
Seconded. Now word tour, 6 expressions. Let's move.
Number 1. Creature of habit. Someone who repeats the exact same routine constantly. Alex is a creature of habit with his oatmeal.
Number 2, on the go, doing something while moving instead of sitting still. She eats breakfast on the go every single morning.
Number 3. Stuck in traffic. Trapped in slow-moving cars, not progressing anywhere at all. I was stuck in traffic for an hour yesterday.
Number 4, grab a bite to eat. To eat something quick and casual. Let's grab a bite before the meeting starts.
Number 5. Wind down. To relax slowly after work or a stressful day. I wind down by reading before bed.
And number 6, hit the sack. A casual, slightly dramatic way to say go to sleep. It's late, I'm going to hit the sack.
Quick question from a listener named Diego, who wrote in asking, how do I make my routine sound less like a robot reading a checklist when I describe my day in English?
Love this question, because honestly, I used to do the exact same robot thing when I was learning Spanish. Just list, 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 no flow at all.
It's such a common learner habit, and the good news is it fixes fast. The answer is connector words. Instead of saying, I wake up, I shower, I eat, you say first things first, after that, then next.
Such a small fix for such a big difference in how natural you sound.
It changes the entire rhythm of your speech. First things first, I grab my coffee, then I tackle my emails. After that, I take a short break. Suddenly it sounds like a story instead of a checklist.
Try recording a 1-minute voice memo describing your day yesterday, using at least 3 phrases from today's episode. That's genuinely your homework.
And if you do it, drop it in the comments. We actually read every single one.
Every single one, even the brutal ones roasting me for the snooze thing.
Especially those. Honestly.
Especially those. Yeah, fair enough.
All right, phrase of the day, and this one connects directly back to the chaos we started with this morning.
Oh no, here it comes.
Phrase of the day. I'm not a morning person. You use it when mornings are simply not your strength. No judgment. I love my job, I'm just not a morning person.
Which after 6 snoozes might be the understatement of the entire year.
It might genuinely be the understatement of your whole life, Alex.
I prefer the term evening person with a complicated relationship to alarm clocks.
That's not a phrase, that's a personality disorder with extra steps.
It's a lifestyle, Sally.
It's a cry for help, but okay, for what it's worth, I actually think there's something useful buried in all this teasing.
Go on. I'm almost scared to ask.
Your routine doesn't have to look like mine or like anyone's you see online. The whole point of today's episode was giving you words to describe whatever your actual day looks like. Snoozes and all.
That's surprisingly wise for someone who woke up at 11 this morning.
I contain multitudes, Alex.
You contain a lot of things, mostly chaos, but sure, multitudes too.
All right, that's it for today's episode, everybody. Thanks for sticking around with us.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us. And seriously, thank you for listening, for the questions, for everything.
If today's episode helped even a little, share it with someone who's also trying to talk about their day in English. It genuinely helps us more than you'd think.
Set one alarm, hit snooze responsibly if you must, and we will catch you next time.
Bye, everyone.